On your way, no one he know. On your way, no one he know. No one he know, no way. No one he know, no way. On your way, no one he know. On your way, no one he know. No one he know, no way. No one he know, no way.
I am often asked what it means to be indigenous. And, it's always a good question. I'm not only asked that by non-indigenous people, I'm asked that often by people who have ancestors who were indigenous, native people from this land. And there's a little confusion, of course. There is the geopolitical understanding of what it means to be indigenous. And, it's a simple understanding, those people who were there first. But for us as indigenous people, it is not as simply stated as being there first. No matter where I go in this world, I'm still an indigenous person. Regardless of where I may end up residing, I am still an indigenous person, because to be an indigenous person means that I have a relationship with the natural world. So I was taught that everything around us is alive and has a purpose. And when I say everything that is around us, I mean, of course, the things that you obviously would assume that I'm talking about, you as people, your animals, your plants. But our understanding goes much deeper than that. We believe that every grain of sand is alive. All the rocks, all the mountains, all the stars. The natural world is full of life. Everything that you see is alive. Everything that you see, therefore, has a purpose. And when I talk with indigenous people about this, I often feel that when I say that everything has a purpose, I feel that my words are being mistaken because in Western culture, you're taught value. And value is the opposite of purpose. The law of value in capitalism says that if something is valuable, if something means something to you and you can put a price on this, then the less you have of it, the more valuable it is. Purpose is intrinsic. Purpose is inside of us and comes out. Value is external. Value is something that we put on something else. We give it meaning. But the meaning for all things that are alive is intrinsic. There are many such cultural impediments in this society that detracts from any sort of relationship that a person might wish to form with the natural world. When we as indigenous people call the earth our mother, that's not a euphemism. That is not a saying that we offer glibly. It is something that we believe. And just as your mother provided you with everything when you could not provide for yourself, so the earth provides for us. And I know we are here talking about the rights of nature. And I think that is a good first step. As an indigenous person who has a relationship with the earth, who thinks that the earth is our mother, I note that when we talk with our mothers, we do not say, "Mother, you have rights. I respect you because you have rights." When we talk to our mother, we understand that we have responsibility towards our mother because of what she has given us. And so I have been quoted more than once as saying, when I'm asked the question of how indigenous people view the rights of nature, nature doesn't have rights. We as people have responsibility towards nature. I was taught as a child that people are the dumb animals. I am Muskogee. My clan is Turtle Clan. And we look to the turtle to teach us something about the natural world. That is the basis of the clan system, is that our relations, the animal people as we call them, have knowledge that we do not have. We may gain that knowledge by listening, by seeing, by asking the right questions, by having respect and humility. But that knowledge is not something that we as people can give to ourselves. And so it's very interesting and also very disconcerting that as people, we are moving in a direction which increasingly divorces us from any sort of relationship with the natural world. If I asked you right now what type of animal you are, many would say, I'm not an animal, I'm a human being. I'm a human being. And you would not be wrong. You are a human being. Human beings are the opposite of people. When you ask any indigenous person around the world what they call themselves, usually in their language, it means people. When we ask people in the Western world what they call themselves human beings. So amorphous a term, being. And, you have to wonder why. Why is people the most simplest of terms for ourselves not something that we relate to? I was taught that we did not know how people came. Some people believed that the sun was male and shot the arrow of life to earth. And that's how people became. And some people said, no, the sun is female. And as she went across the sky, a drop of her menses fell to earth. And that's how people became. And at one time, people could become animals and animals could become people. And that's just the way that it was, and we accepted that. But I was also taught that there was the ancient prophecy that the animals would go away, that everything would be paved over, that nothing that is living would continue to exist. Not because of people, but because of human beings. So as we meet in this space, I ask that you think about your own connection to the natural world and how you might establish that connection to the natural world. What does it mean to have a connection to the natural world? Is it simply, I own this land? These trees are on my property. I have the right to cut them down. Now, they may live to be 3 or 4 or 500 years, but I have the right because I am the owner. Without any sort of humility, without any sort of relationship, the relationship that I have with this property is not that of the protector. It's the relationship of the invader. Everything that you see is alive, and everything has a purpose. And if that is a concept that has been lost on you, look deeper. Look deeper. Because when you look deeper, you see that this is the spirit world. We live in the spirit world. It is not something that you cannot see, that is mystical someplace else. It is here. We are the spirits. And what we do to each other, to the world around us, to our relations, matters. The words that come out of our mouths matter. The way in which we frame our existence, our relationship to each other matters. And when we forget these very, very basic teachings, we find ourselves progressing the way that we are now to an end that is not really appropriate, to an end that is just that, finality. And so as we proceed through our lives and we hear these perspectives reinforced, animals are stupid and have no feelings. We are the conscious ones, right? We are the stewards. We are stewards of this land. Know it for what it is. Smoke and mirrors. How can you be a steward of any land that you don't know? How can you be a steward of any place that you are not familiar with? We're here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a very beautiful place. Or is it more appropriately called a space? Again, a concept that is foreign to us as indigenous people. Place is something that is intrinsic. Space, like this building, has no value until we put stuff in it. We arrange it the way that we want it to be, and then it becomes an area that has what? Purpose? Because we have given it. The understanding of place versus space is a profound understanding. Place is not the building. Place is not the empty environment that you put stuff in. Place is. Place exists. Place is alive. And again, if that concept is lost on you, look deeper. So as we start this day, I know I gave thanks in my land acknowledgement, but I also like to give thanks myself. Thank you, Grandmother Sun, for this day. Thank you, Mother Earth, for giving us all that we need. Thank you, Father Sky, for being there to protect us. You look down and see everything that goes on. Thank you to the four winds and the four directions. Thank you to all of my relations. And I would like to thank you to the two legs. Some of you have come from a great distance, and some of you still have a great distance to go. I ask that the ancestors walk with you each step of the way and guide your feet. And that is my prayer. Mado.
On your way, no one know. On your way, no one know. No one know, no way. No one know, no way. On your way, no one know. On your way, no one know. No one know, no way. No one know, no way. No one know.